No contact is not about making a man miss you. It's a reclamation of your power from a man who disempowered you. It is not a punishment for his bad behavior or not treating you well. It's preparation for you becoming the new version of yourself. It's not about silence. It's about self-respect. And if you do it right, if you follow these rules, not only will he come crawling back, but you will also get yourself back. So before we dive into the rules, let's cover what no contact truly is. You're not blocking him to punish him. You're not blocking him to trigger him. You're blocking him to protect your peace. It's finally having boundaries with someone who continually overstepped your boundaries. So I would really advise all of you to not look at it as, oh, if I don't speak to him for 2 weeks, he's finally going to take my side in an argument. That is really setting your relationship up for very unhealthy patterns. Instead, you want to look at no contact as a healing portal. You are remembering who you are, and you're taking back your power from a man who disempowered you. And especially with a man who's breadcrumbing you, this helps your body detox from the highs and lows. Remember, breadcrumbing is chemically addictive. You get a text from that guy, you get that dopamine rush. You don't hear from him, you're confused, which in psychology, confusion equals obsession. You're missing him, you're wondering what he's up to, and then you get that dopamine rush when he reaches out randomly again. It's the same way that slot machines work in Vegas. So have empathy for yourself if you are emotionally attached to a guy who's breadcrumbing you. But that is a scenario where no contract is instrumental to healing. Now let's dive into the non-negotiable rules of no contact. Rule number 1, and hopefully the most obvious, is silence. You are not texting that guy back, even if he's blowing up your phone, calling you 100 times, sending you voice notes that he's so sorry and he's going to change, which he likely will. I would literally go into it expecting he will do that. No, you are giving him silence. And my rule that I use with my clients is when they break up with a guy, they need to put in their phone 60 days from the day that they broke up with that man, that they are not going to respond to him for 60 days. And I know that sounds like a long time to some of you, but that's the point. 60 days is really the amount of time it takes for you to emotionally detach from a man you have very strong feelings for. And here's what happens 9 times out of 10. By day 15, you're really sad and you miss that guy. By day 30, you're super mad and you want to tell him how angry you are. By day 45, you're nostalgic. You're wondering if he's thinking of you too. But by day 60, you really don't care. And that is the beauty of no contact. You have now taken back power of your life and emotionally detached from a man who was mistreating you. Rule number 2, no spying. This is going to be hard for some of you, but you really have to make the effort. No checking his social media, checking his stories, seeing if he's watched yours. You're just feeding into the addiction still. I would even advise you to not ask mutual friends for any kind of update on this person's life. It's really like out of sight, out of mind. That is what's happening with no contact. And don't view it as you're missing out on him. View it as you're getting yourself back. If you are attached to a man who's breadcrumbing you or hot and cold, your nervous system is literally regulated to the ups and downs. And that's why no contact may be really difficult for you for a while, because now this person who was hurtful to you is no longer in the picture, and therefore you don't have the highs and lows anymore. And sometimes peace in your life, not being on an up and down roller coaster all the time, can feel kind of boring at points. And it is if your nervous system is used to the ups and downs. So give your nervous system time to reset and know that on the other side of this, you will no longer be addicted, attracted to chaos. 3, keeping the focus on yourself. The point of no contact is not to make him want you again. It is literally to get yourself back. Shift your mindset from focusing on him and how it's affecting him and turn that attention back on yourself. Pour into yourself. Now that you are no longer having your energy sucked by a guy who's not treating you well, kill it at your fitness routine, level up in your career, go out with your girlfriends, all the things that fill your cup. instead of constantly filling a man's cup who's not returning the favor. 4, no romanticizing the past. I am telling you, as your body detoxes from this man, it will play tricks on you. And suddenly your bad memories start to look like good memories. There were little seeds of good things he did. It is just your brain missing the dopamine rush of that man. It's not real. If you did no contact, it was for a reason. And because of this, I always recommend to my clients that they write down in their notes app all the reasons this guy is not right for them. Because then when their brain starts to romanticize a bad man, they can look at this list and be pulled back down to planet Earth and remember, oh, that guy actually kind of sucks. 5, no exceptions. It's just one call, Carissa. It's just one text. What's the harm? Remember, a wound cannot heal if you keep opening it. If you are ever going to welcome in a new version of yourself, you have to let go for a period of time. And I am telling you from an outside perspective, it's doing more bad than good to reach back out to that guy who hurt you. Try not to look at it as you can't reach out to him because it's bad. Look at it as he's lost access to you. He lost those privileges based on how he acted. And here is why no contact works so well with men. Time and time again. In my client's life, I've seen this so frequently. Number 1 is that men don't expect you to follow through. They get in their head, in their egos, and they feel really important. And they think this woman is never going to survive without me. And when you actually do, not just survive without them, but thrive without them, they have to take a look at their own behavior and the way they showed up in that relationship. And 2, you are retraining your brain to not seek validation, not seek happiness from a man, but find it within. Your nervous system is now trained to peace. So if you do get back together and he tries to do the chaos thing, you're going to be like, ew. I prioritize peace in my life over whatever the circus is that you're doing. And 3, because men fall in love in your absence. Remember, women fall in love in a man's presence. Men fall in love in a woman's absence. So sometimes when you go no contact and you pull back for a period of time, a man realizes how deep of feelings he has for you, especially based on how frequently he misses you during that period of no contact. Ultimately, no contact is not about revenge. It's about a remembrance of your worth. And I am telling you, I have seen this play out over and over again. 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10. By the time that guy does come back after the 60 days of no contact, you don't even want him by then. Because then the fog, I always call it the F-boy fog, of when you are dating a guy and you're emotionally involved with him, and you think he's this amazing guy because you're so emotionally attached to him. But after 60 days, you become emotionally detached from him, and the fog clears, and you see that guy for who he truly is. And it's just a lame guy who doesn't know how to treat a woman respectfully. And a lot of women, after no contact, realize they don't even really want this man. A lot of times it was their ego seeking the validation of being the one he chose. But when we step out of our ego back into our soul, we realize you are already chosen. You don't need a man to choose you ever. And that is the moment, my hand to God, that you come back into your power as a woman and remember that you inherently are the main character of the story, not any man, especially a man who's not treating you well. And now you have rebirthed a new version of yourself that would never settle for breadcrumbs again. Ew. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and book a one-on-one with me.